Why is there evil in the world? Okay, let's get into this. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Why is there evil in the world? This is a thought that, probably comes through a lot of people's minds all the time, right? Why is there evil in the world? Why do we have to toil and torment our whole lives as a species, right? Why is there evil in the world? Is it for control? Think of it for a sec. Just want you to think this. Remember, this is a rethinking reality. Why is there evil in the world? Okay. See, when you think of it on a physical sense right here, it doesn't make any sense at all, because there's no reason for anybody to make people suffer, okay? Unless it was a food for something, okay? So the way we do commercial animal farming, okay, there's a lot of suffering going on there, okay? This is animal husbandry. They're just eating all day and having a good time all day. They're not suffering a bit. Remember, they get to eat as much as they want, when they want. They're in the beautiful sunshine, and they're eating their native food, which is grass, green grass, not dry. So if there is an energy produced, okay, this is going to be a little hard, just hang with me, you'll get it here, okay? Remember, why is there evil in the world? Okay, that's a question again that we have to go ahead and dig deep into. Okay, so if there's evil in the world, what does evil do, right? If you put a D in front of evil, what do you get? Right, you get the devil, right? And what goes along with the devil? Is that Satan's son, right? It's all these things that we've been taught, because we wouldn't even know about the devil. We wouldn't even know about anything unless we were shown. So it's imprinted in our head, but we know there's a lot of evil out there, right? All you have to do is watch the news, criminals, cheating, lying, stealing, okay, sinning, okay, doing whatever we do to be able to maybe produce the suffering, the delicacy, okay, remember, for not the devil. How about the demonic realm? Okay, do you believe in a realm, okay, beyond form? Okay, this is form, I'm form, okay? The grass is form, right? The air's not form, the sun's not form, okay? No one's been there to even see if it is, but it's just a light, right? So the world of form, okay, if you really look at this here, there's, as many scientists have been saying, there are many dimensions, okay? All you have to do is get a camera and get a far infrared. Remember, you can see into another area that your eyes cannot see, right? Heat. There are many different types of technology that let us be able to go into another world. When you go to sleep at night, right? That's another world, isn't it? This is the world of form, right? It's the world of consciousness. And when you go to bed at night, right, that's the world of no form. So now, if there is a demonic realm here, okay, and it's not form, it's formless, could it be possible that this mind parasite, this demonic, okay, possession, as you can see, a lot of people have demonic possession right now, don't they? A lot. Okay, and what is that? Doing things you know you shouldn't do, but you still do them anyways. I don't care if it's addiction. I don't care if it's a masturbation. Okay, I don't care if it's just lying because you got so many lies, you just got to go ahead and actually keep on lying just to keep the lies, okay, for covering for each other. Okay, but if there is a demonic realm, let's just think about this, okay, because remember, I'm just pulling out the old text here because this has been going on for as long as we know, right? Okay. Like I said, this goes deep, but just like I said, hang with me for a sec. So the demonic realm is formless, and we as children of God, okay, not the Big Bang Theory, okay, not I'm a monkey and I'm sideways right now, okay, on the ball, okay, because I'm in Hawaii, remember? That means I'm sideways, okay? That you're a child of God. a intelligently designed machine, being. Okay? Listen to the birds. Intelligently designed. Okay, that's why I have a lot of animals here, is to be able to see the design of what you can call the creator gods. Not God, but creator gods. Okay? So we produce, okay, energy through our emotions. And you've heard of, we have chakras, right? You have the lower chakras, right? Red, orange, yellow. They're different colors, different variances, different energies, different vibrations, different amplitudes. Okay, red, orange, yellow, green is the heart plane. Okay, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, they say, the crown chakra. Now, when I'm looking at green right now, right, that's exciting my heart chakra, because I live on the green plane. The green plane is right here in the heart. And if you live in the city, all you're seeing is cement, right? You're seeing black and white mostly, blacktop, right, what you drive on, and you're seeing gray buildings. That's what you see. Okay, black and white, like yin and yang, right? Okay, and the people in the city, okay, they are not in the heart energy. No, they're not, okay? So you have to say, why is there evil in this world, okay? Why? Is it to feed the demonic realm? And again, what does the demonic realm feed off of? How about the delicacy of their food supply is suffering? Okay, suffering. Okay, this has been written for a long time. Okay, the big S's that I'm going to tell you right now, we feed the demonic realm when we suffer, when we sin, when we have sorrow, okay, when we have sadness, okay, when we speak, okay, speak the spell, when we write the curse, right, with cursive writing, you write the curse, you spell cast, right, like people that you see, your newscasters, right, they're casters, they're spellcasters. Okay, if you're an actor, what do? You're going to a casting, okay, a spell casting. Well, let's see how good of a spellcaster you are, and if we like you, then maybe we'll hire you to be part of the spell cast. So we as humans, we produce energy, and it's called emotions, and energy in motion. So now let's get into the deeper part here. When we produce fear, doubt, uncertainty, sin, sorrow, sadness, okay, when we believe things, okay, that are not true, these are all sins, okay, and we produce energy, whether we like it or not. When we make others suffer, when we win, someone usually suffers. When someone wins, someone suffers, right? Just the way it is. In a scarcity system, okay, everybody is being extracted, is because we're all toiling and torment all the time, aren't we? That's what we're doing. Our lives are to survive with another S, right? And the more we sin, like bis sin is, right? The more we sin, you got to do a lot of sinning to make a lot of money, right? The one eye, the mon eye. Okay, so anyways, the whole system, and you can call it the system of Satan, right? The system of the slaves. We produce energy when we are not feeling good, when we do not have creativity. Okay, creativity. Okay, creativity is how we grow. Okay, sociality, when we speak to others, when someone sees your face and sees your emotions and sees who you are through many things, not just hearing you on the phone. Okay, so anyways, if you are suffering, and how do you know you're suffering? You're taking medication, your joints hurt. Remember, you may be just a vegan, right? Your suffering is because you're malnourishing yourself. Now, any type of suffering, I don't care what it is. Let's say you watch a horror film, right, by Hollywood 33. I got a big wasp here. Come here, brother. Look at the size of that guy. He's checking it out. And you know, you have all these different things, perversion, okay? These are energies we produce, okay? When you're surviving, okay, and just under the spell, okay, you are creating energy, okay? And when you produce it through your emotions, because we're God's children, we have emotions, right? Okay? And the suffering is the delicacy of the demonic realm. How about that? So if you are suffering, you are feeding this realm. Look at all the homeless people. Look at all the homeless people just in Los Angeles County. What do you got? What, 80,000 people homeless? Okay, that means that anybody sleeping on the cement, sleeping in a tent, right? Peeing in the corner, okay? Wherever you're doing, you are not feeling okay, right? You don't feel okay mentally. Why? Because people are watching you and looking at you and going, what's the matter with you? Okay? Now, the suffering at this time, just with what's going down. You know, freedom is illegal, remember that, okay, in a non-suffering realm. When you suffer, that means that it must be legal. It's because the system can provide. The system can teach us how to live, okay, within not only our means, but to produce what we mostly need for ourselves, okay, to produce what we need for ourselves instead of really not being able to fend for ourselves. Okay, so how do you stop this? If there's a demonic realm and it feeds off of the suffering of people right now, don't you think it's having a frenzy? Look at all the children right now that are suffering, just wearing diapers, okay? And suffering when you are lowering your blood oxygen, you're suffering. Remember, we live off of the breath. The breath is talked about everywhere in all religions, no matter which one it is. The breath is sacred. Remember, the holy breath of God, because you're not breathing, okay? God's breathing you. Okay? How about that? You can breathe, right? You can breathe. I can breathe. But what breathes me when I do not? Okay, so we are a child of God. And we produce the loosh, the energy, okay? And we produced also the ecstasy, okay? The love, the bliss, the joy, the happiness. We produce a full spectrum of emotions, but the system of scarcity, the system of sin, the system of sorrow, okay? The system of Satan, whatever you want to call it, has a bandwidth. And this keeps you, okay, feeding this realm because you are producing the energies that it takes to be able to feed these things. Everything feeds, just remember that. Everything feeds, okay? In the physical world, oh, are you sniffing me? What's up, boo-boo? What's up, boo-boo? Yes, your baby. Yes, your baby. These my babies. There's your baby, huh? Yes, your baby. Yeah. Okay, I massage these guys every night, and I'm their mama and their daddy because I give them love, right? And they trust me. This baby. This baby. This baby. And they're so sweet, aren't you? Okay. Now, if you're watching porno, if you're watching horror films, if you're watching things like shoot 'em up, get 'em up, okay? All this drama that you see on TV, like females cheating on their husbands, males, okay? Husbands cheating on their wives, whatever it is, drama for your mama, okay? These are things, even you're not even doing it, you're watching it, you're producing, you believe. Remember, the television, the television is something that basically is a program. That's why they call it programming. So when you have programming, you know what happens to you? Okay, this programs your subconscious mind, and where do these demons feed? They feed when you are in their world, and that's at night. Okay, the demons come out at night to feed. Okay, remember you have a conscious mind, that's the daytime mind, and the subconscious mind is behind the conscious mind. And you go to sleep at night, the conscious mind goes to sleep, and the subconscious mind, that is what is real at night, right? Okay, at night, it is just as real as in the day, but in the day, this is real, and at night, that is real, isn't it? Yes, it is. Are you being chased in your dreams? Do you have dreams at all? How about that? And if you do have dreams, are your dreams full of joy, bliss, happiness? Do you fly in your dreams? Are you in fear in your dreams? Do you almost die every time in your dreams? Okay, are you suffocating in your dreams? Are you being paralyzed in your dreams? Whatever it is, can you even remember anything in your dreams, even if you have them? So, you know, the parasites is what I cause a lot of suffering, and it's unknown to the host. Remember, unknown to the host. So this is why at Earth Academy, I teach you a lot of different things on parasites. Okay? Watch my 1-year transformation, and you can see, even if you're messed up, guys, you know what you can do? You can repair yourself. Remember, I'm an old man, 60 years old right now. Okay? Oops, almost knocked this off. 60 years old. Even older than that biologically. Okay? And your body, if you stop all the assaults, and there's a lot of them, a lot of assaults. I don't care if it's wireless, I don't care if it's the fluoride in your shower, I don't care if it's the mercury fillings in your mouth, the shampoo that you're using every day, the underarm deodorant with the aluminum in it, okay, the coffee that you drink every day because you go to the store because you're too bloody lazy to maybe make it yourself. It's not organic, it's full of pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides, and fungicides. Why? It's because I know. I'm in the business. You come home at night, you drink a beer full of glyphosate. Go ahead and look up glyphosate in beer. Okay, so anyways, this is how you suffer too, is you toxify yourself. You put tattoos on your body. Remember, forget the tattoos. These are not only sigils, okay, most of the times, just like chants, a lot of the chanting that people do. How about those are chants of the demons, okay? Do you really think those are chants of God? Maybe. Okay, but when you put these sigils on your body, when you get tattoos, remember, these are poisons that you're putting in your body, okay? What do you think they are? Food grade additives. Your body would eat it and the tattoo wouldn't stick. They use different colors, heavy metals, even preservatives, and who knows what kind, okay? Anyways, you take certain types of medications, remember, you're suffering every day. It's because you're poisoning yourself. And any type of suffering, okay, means that you are, in fact, feeding this realm. So let's get back to the parasites. Parasites are what I call Satan's little helpers in the physical world, okay? Watch our parasite videos, human category parasites 1 through 5, just so you can get an idea of some of the skin parasites, right? And we have protocols for that to be able to get rid of the skin the fungus, okay? Once you clean the skin, then what do? You do the sun protocols. And once you go ahead and actually get healthier, wealthier, and happier and wise, well, maybe you can see my sauna up there. And then down at the bottom, I have also a mineralized hot tub. Watch that video on hot baths, okay? Remember, if you're suffering right now, you can step up to the plate, because if you're suffering, that means that you are feeding this realm, okay? The parasites that are in your body, members, think of it as they are the antenna to this realm that nobody knows about. Remember, we don't even know how blades of grass and what they came from and how they did, right? The explanation you get is the Big Bang Theory. Here, this sheep with its wool and its lanolin, okay? And it knowing how to do everything and not go to school, okay? Okay, knows how to breed, knows what to eat. Okay, how did it become itself? Liver, kidneys, organs, intestines, eyeballs, ears. Okay, feet that basically regenerate because they're gelatin; they just keep on growing. Different colors of hair. Okay, again, yeah, it just came from nothing. That's the explanation that you will get. Remember, there is a fight here on this realm that we live. Okay, and it is a fight between the Christ consciousness and the Satanic consciousness. And the Satanic consciousness, remember, is a trickster. It is those that trick, okay, and take the bait, okay, are those that become, you can say, possessed by this realm. Remember, you believe a lot of stuff, it's only because maybe you believe in what was said only because of the person who said it. Maybe because of their social status, maybe because of the white jacket that they're wearing, maybe because of the schooling that the information came from. Whatever the case may be, remember, it's hearsay. You don't really know that much. Okay, so the parasites that are in your gut, you have to think that these are big problems, is because they are unknown to the host. Remember, the demonic realm, okay, the interdimensional realm. The demonic realm, remember, is not in form. It doesn't have form. So if it doesn't have form, remember, it comes out when you are in their world, and that's the nighttime, the fourth dimension. When you go to sleep at night, the body relaxes, and now you are ready to be extracted. whatever chemicals you produced by the emotions that you were pushed into having. Okay? Did you have a lot of love emotions throughout the day? Did you feel creative throughout the day? Did you go ahead and repair things, fix things, beautify things, nourish things? Remember, this is the energies from the heart and above. Or were you in toil, okay, torment? Okay, this is the lower chakras down here. Were you in fear, in doubt, in suffering, in sin? Did you lie today? Did you do something that you know you shouldn't have done and you did it anyways? Why? It's because you're possessed, right? And you always feel guilty after you get finished. I don't care if it's doing drugs, whatever it is. Anyways, the way to get unplugged, okay, first of all, is to see that you do have these parasites inside your body. Okay, these are the physical demons. And the interdimensional demons, or the demons that have no form. Okay, remember, this is new stuff for your mind to even be able to grasp. Remember, there's a world of no form controlling form here. The sun is no form controlling all form. Okay, the air, no form, controlling all form. No air, no life. No sun, no life. Okay? So the world of no form controls all form. And that includes maybe the demonic realm if you're possessed. You're watching porno, guys, what are you doing? You're watching perversion. Okay, especially the stuff that people have to watch. It's like addiction, right? You do a drink of beer a day, you do a line of cocaine a day, you smoke a little weed every day, whatever, a little tobacco, whatever you're doing. As days go by, you need to increase the amount. Why? To be able to see if you can catch up to the first high you had. It's the possession, that's the addiction, right? Now, the parasites that are in the gut, remember, they can grow up to 30, 40, 50 feet long, and they poop inside the body, causes dysfunction. And at night, okay, now we're going to talk about the mind parasites. Think of when you are watching a horror film and you're scared, but you know it's a movie. You paid $5 to watch it, you rented it off or whatever, you're watching it on Netflix. Why? And you spend $15, $20 a month to rent Netflix. So you know everything on there's just story. None of it's real. But your mind sees it as real, especially with the technology that they have. Remember, the technology that you can use on any type of black mirror screen, okay? The black scryer screen, the witchcraft screen. Why is your computer black, your TV black, right? Okay, your iPhone black, the iPhone, okay? How about this technology programs the subconscious mind, and that is the nighttime brain. So if you're in fear watching the movie Saw, right? Or you're watching Jason, you know, Halloween, and you're watching these scary movies, and in your mind for weeks you are having nightmares because the technology programmed your subconscious mind. And when you go to bed at night, remember, you are in fear because the subconscious mind is the mind that is in control at night. Put it that way. It's another part of the mind. The conscious mind saw, okay, watched the film, watched the fake film. It felt all the emotions, all the cuts, the music, okay, whatever it is, plus the technology of the flicker rate technology to be able to program the subconscious mind. So when you go to bed tonight, this movie's going to be in your brain. Okay, it's like when you fall asleep at night. What do you think you do when the television's on, the television's on? You're in the commercials, you're in the drama. Look at her running. Get her, boo-boo. Okay, you're in the drama of the guy next door just watching whatever he's watching on his HD Wi-Fi because it's all flying through the air. Okay, so anyways, why is there evil? Okay, without evil, without suffering, without sin, sorrow, sadness, then there will be no food for the demonic realm. And you can see the people that are possessed in the demonic realm. Most of them talk to themselves, okay? That's not them. They're talking a conversation with another entity that's sharing their body seamlessly. And the only people that can tell are the ones that basically are less possessed than those that are possessed. It's the same way if you have heavy metal poisoning. The only way that you can see your poison, because the divine eye can't see itself, is someone else has to tell you. Why are you shaking it? Why are you blinking your eyes all the time? Okay, why do you make those faces every 2 seconds and shake your head and snap? Okay, why are you shaking your leg under the table like crazy? Could it be possible? Heavy metal poisoning. But those people don't know it. Okay, I know people when they're standing still, man, they're so nervous, whatever it is, they got to do this. How about maybe that's mercury poisoning? Are you doing any detox? Are you doing any sauna? Are you following any of the protocols that we have at Earther Academy? Reducing your microplastics, reducing your heavy metal loads. Remember, you pollute your body, now you open it up to parasites. And when you open it up to parasites, think of those parasites, those little snakes in your belly, okay, the different parasites in your brain. And how did they get there? It's because maybe you had leaky gut syndrome, and your mouth to your anus is well, 9 meters or longer, which is close to 30 feet, okay? If it gets a breach in the wall because you're eating maybe herbicides, okay? Maybe you are perverting your intestinal tract with grains, with mycotoxins from nuts, from whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You now have a breach, let's say, in the intestinal tract, and now those parasites that are in your gut and supposed to stay in your intestines now are in your body. Now what are you going to do? 50% of the people, they say, past 40 years old have leaky gut syndrome. I had it, and what did I do? Okay, watch my 1 year transformation. Gained 25 pounds or so, okay, and I got off of the suffering diet that I was on. Suffering is because I was malnourishing myself. It's like when you fast, right? You suffer. And there's a point when you suffer, okay, that all of a sudden it becomes detrimental. Because suffering is not that it's bad. You learn a lot when you suffer. The problem is if you get constant 24-hour a day, 365 day a year suffering, then all you're doing is you are slowly degenerating. You're making cortisol, you're making acid in your system, you're making all this adrenaline, whatever it is. Your body's in fight and flight because maybe your mind, okay, shouldn't be watching pornographic, shouldn't be watching horror films, shouldn't even maybe be watching the bloody news, okay? Remember, why is there evil in this world? Well, if you don't see that there's a non-form world behind this world that's feeding off of us, and we all know, just if you look at the stats, how come there's so many children missing in the United States every year? Where are they going? Okay, in the UK every year, just around the world, okay? How about maybe we're a farm, and the human farm, just like this little farm I have here, right? And the sheep, they don't even know anything any further where the farm goes than from where I show them, only in the farm, right? And they don't even know they're in a cage, right? There's all these fences here. I feed them every day. They've got food, whatever they want. They're happy as happy. Why? Is because they're not suffering, all right? So if they were hungry all day, they didn't have enough water, they don't have a shelter, they're in the rain all the time, they're suffering. And no matter if you're human or not, if you're suffering, okay, these animals also, they don't have our brain, but they also have feelings, right? If I take a knife and I slowly push it in them, of course, it elicits pain, and that's an energy, okay? So real quick here, just, you know, a lot of us have a lot of weird thoughts at this time right now is because, remember, the prince of the power of the air is everywhere. And if you look in the Bible, you'll see the prince of the power of the air is Satan, right? And what is the prince of the power of the air? Could it be possible that all your wireless tech is the prince of the power of the air, the new reigning God or king? Okay? You see, part of this satanic realm is to, at this time, is to steal your time, again, another S, steal your time and steal your soul, to slowly extract you, not to kill you, not right now. Remember, we need to extract you, a little by little, day by day, and we'll give you a little, right? We'll let you open up for a couple days, we'll give you a couple of bones, make you get back some of your energy, then we'll extort or extract again, right? And some of you won't be able to handle the extraction, and you'll do what the Satanists want you to do. Remember, the Satanists are, and the fallen angels, they're a physical crew here, okay? And if you haven't, if you don't really know about Gematria, watch my new channel that I have over on BitChute. I've got 5 episodes. You can look at the URL in the show notes. It's called Deciphering the Matrix, okay, using Gematria. And Gematria is taking the words, okay, and turning them into numbers that, well, wait until you see, kawinky dinky, right? Like Hitler. You put that into the ciphers, and ciphers are certain numerical secrets, right? A equals 1, B equals maybe 3, C equals 5, whatever it is. Okay, and you take that name like Hitler and you put it in the calculator, and what do you get? 666. Okay, you put in New York, what do you get? Well, you get a lot of things. Okay, but you also get 666. You put Montana in there, you get 666. You put Hawaii in there, you get 666. A lot of people's names too, big organizations. Okay, Kawinky Dinky, maybe so, but maybe they want us to know that resistance is futile at this extraction time. See, if you see this place as a farm, then you'll see that once in a while, the farmers of the Dell need to extract, okay, all of the energy that they put out and pull it all in the box. And that's what's happening right now, right? All of your energy, not your money, it's just paper, plastic, or numbers. All your energy is being put back into the box. Can't pay your rent, can't get food. You rely on now handouts, okay, because you can't work. Okay, you can't work, so you feel, as a male, you feel no self-worth. You feel that you can't create, you can't do what is responsible for you to do to be able to maybe do as you did before. Protect your family and give them what they needed to be able to, as your mother and father did when you were a child, protected you and gave you what you need, 3 square meals a day, whatever it was, right? Teach you a little bit about life, and maybe, well, show you a few things that are beautiful. So don't watch porno. If you watch porno, you're watching perversion. If you're watching perversion, as you'll notice, the stuff's in your brain all the time. Why is that stuff in your brain all the time? Is because you put it there. Okay, remember, this technology is a pulse technology, and it's imprinting the subconscious mind. It's in the conscious mind too, because you watched it, but at night, remember, you're opening up some doors. Okay? You're opening up some doors, as many entheogens can do the same thing. Ayahuasca, DMT, a lot of these different entheogens can open up doors. Where do you go? Nobody knows. Okay? But you do understand one thing, that there is another world behind this world, inside this world, or between this world. Whatever it is, there's many worlds that are non-form worlds on top of this world, and maybe just in your world. So, you know, watching movies that have a lot of killing in them, have a lot of stupid drama, and you'll notice that all the movies at this time right now is to be able to put you in fear, doubt, uncertainty. All the news is to put you in fear, doubt, and uncertainty. And when that happens, fear, doubt, and uncertainty is down here at the lower chakra. And the lower chakra is where they feed. They feed in the lower chakra, the survival chakra is the bottom chakra. And that is where the sin, the sorrow, the sadness, the sacrifice, okay, the spell of whatever you want to call it, Satan, the serpent, right? Okay, a lot of stupid in that realm. But then again, there's a lot of good stuff too, like Savior, right? Sinister. Okay, where do you think they came up with these words? And one of the reasons I want you to watch the Deciphering the Matrix is so you could go ahead and see maybe the English language that we speak is a language of the Satanists, a language of the fallen angels, encoded as we speak Babel, as we speak the words that do not have the meanings that we think they do. Okay? Why did they make a universal language? Why did they change the language from Latin, from Espanol to Alemán? Why did you change to English? Why, those languages weren't as good? Could it be possible? And wait till you see. Remember, make your own decision. It's for not educational purposes, it's for entertainment purposes only, because there's a lot of high-level people, a lot of blue-eyed Merovingians, right? O-negative bloodlines, okay, that have special names. And they've carried these names, okay, as your savior with the jab right now. Remember, he's not BG number 1 or BG number 2. He's BG number 3. Okay, remember, like Kennedy, right? Junior, okay, senior. Why do you give the people the same name? Maybe that name has power. Maybe that name has code to it, right? Maybe that these organizations have been here for a long time, and we love them because we don't really know what they're doing. Okay, like all the satanic logos in all of your big companies. Okay, I don't care if it's Disney, right? 666 in their logo. Okay, you can flip over Heineken beer, right? And you get the 666 with the inverted pentagram. You got Microsoft. If you look at the cube, you'll see the 6 dots on the top of the cube, in the middle of the cube, and at the bottom, 666. Taco Bell, 666 in the logo. CERN, the biggest machine in the world, 666 in the logo, right? Your browsers that you use, Chrome, 666 in the logo. Anyways, and not only that, but the names. Okay, how about the digital currencies right now that haven't been authorized, that everybody's jumping into, so we can, since we designed Bitcoin, let's say, because Bitcoin in the Jewish ordinal cipher, okay, which is a specific number and letter that is addressed to each of the numbers, okay, and correspondent to the letters. And Bitcoin adds up to 33. And what is the significance of the 33 again? Resistance is futile, guys, because we are everywhere and nowhere at the same time, okay? You know, there's a lot of good sayings. Remember, a lot of things just keep coming over and over, and round and round and round she goes, okay? Nothing is new under the sun. It's just creating new civilizations all the time and destroying them and rebuilding them with a new set of people, a new set of thoughts. But Mr. Thoreau, right? Famous philosopher, writer, David Thoreau, one of his quotes. See if we can get it close. It's not, okay, what you look at that matters. It's what you can see that matters. Okay, can you decode the matrix? Remember, it's everywhere, just like it says in the Matrix with Morpheus. The matrix is everywhere. When you pay your taxes, right? When you go to church, all right? When you go anywhere, the matrix is everywhere. And of course, the best part about the matrix is just like the demons and just like all the things that, of course, are the occult, means you can't see them. It means they're esoteric, okay? They're behind the veil. And some of the people will be able to see them, but those that start to see will be looked at as sort of crazy. Why? Is because the others cannot decode what's right in front of your eyes. And this is the revealing at this time, okay? Is because they want us to know that they've been controlling this place for as long as we know. They want us to know that we are the chattel, that they call us, the cattle, the goyim, that's what they call us, right? Okay, a lot of people call us the minions, the mundanes, the simpletons, okay? Just words that explain us as being insignificant, right? You can say another S word like stupid, right? And they believe a lot. They believe they came from monkeys, right? That means you don't believe in God, because you believe in the evolution theory, the Darwinian theory, instead of the God theory, which means that things were created with a beyond intelligent design that none of us still understand. None of us do. And if anybody says they know how the body works, you know that they're full of it. Nobody knows how this machine works. We can see how certain things react to certain things, and we can see how things sort of connect together with things, but we have no idea how the kidney builds itself. Okay, we have no idea how, of course, if it just came from the Big Bang Theory, that means that how did the kidney become a kidney? And how did the heart become a heart with massive amounts of mitochondria in it? How did the intestines go ahead that are inside the body, but they're outside the body, okay, keeping the outside world from getting inside? How did that come? With one cell thick layer, with trillions of microbes that live in this delicate container that help us so we can stay healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise. Okay, just because they're bacteria doesn't mean they're bad. You need bacteria to be able to exist. And do you have the correct amount of a diversity of bacteria? Because if you do, that means that your poop's worth a lot of money. Okay, if you've got perfect digestion, which I do right now, it's taken me, remember, a lot to get to where I'm at right now. from where I was destroying myself from the plant-based diet, from the vegan-based diet. Okay? You can only go so far by trying to think that you can extract grass, because you need a fermented chamber to be able to do that. And these animals have a fermented chamber from the creator gods. Remember, we don't have it. We got an appendix. Okay? Big monkey has one. He's got a big one in his colon. Okay? So anyways, a lot of story. But the moral of this story, okay, is that slow down your feeding habits to this demonic world. Do not go ahead and participate in watching perversion. Don't argue with people over their idiocracy. Show them facts and understandings. Remember, give them not so much compassion, okay, but know that maybe once you were just as ignorant as they were previously. And when you do find out about something about this world, remember, we all want to tell each other is only because you either feel tricked or you feel like you've been bamboozled. Okay? You have to know that you know, this all makes sense when you know that this is a farm, an extraction farm. And you wonder why they always have wars all the time. Okay, that's all you know is wars, famine, plague, pestilence, okay? Kill the firstborn, okay? What is going on with this evil, this stuff? Could it be possible that we are just in the middle? Remember, they don't want to kill us. They can do that anytime. All they have to do is just pull the power. And we, as a civilization, die just in 60 days. You know, you cut the power off, what do you think happens? You thrive? You probably have 80% plus death rate, because they've done supercomputer models on that. Cut the power off and basically we can't live, okay? Because we don't know how to live. Anyways, I could go ahead and go on and go on and go on, but, okay, know that the demonic realm is real, okay? It's been mentioned everywhere in every text, okay? Look at the pictures of these things, okay? No one, because remember, they're formless. They don't look like this world. Okay, remember, they inhabit the mind of our worlds. They're a parasite, just like the ones in your belly that are physical parasites. These are mind parasites. And if we feed them, then they want more food, is because they found a host that puts out good food. Remember, the delicacy is the suffering of the demonic realm. The sin, the sorrow, the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty. And if you have a lot of fear, doubt, and uncertainty, it may be because you're malnourished. It may be because you've got tons of wireless in your house and you're out of God's energy. God's energy is the natural energy. The city is what I call the devil's playground. Think of it that way, the devil's playground. And after a while, the devil's playground becomes your playground, and you don't even realize that you're living in the devil's playground. And all those that live in the frequency net of the city are under the spell of this playground. Unknowingly, remember, possession means you don't know. And anybody that's in that fishbowl doesn't even know they're in a fishbowl until you leave the fishbowl. Here, do this. Leave wireless and all connections from wireless, cell towers, everything, okay? Leave it for 6 months and then go back into the nest and feel the power. Feel that power. That's what you feel, okay? You'll feel the sedational power, the confusional power. You'll feel that I can't live in this. Well, you did before and you loved it, right? But you disconnect from the parasites that live in your body, the mind parasites, and you maybe get back part of your life again. Remember, the moral of the story is that the demonic realm is real, in my opinion. Maybe not yours, is because maybe you haven't gone as far in your journey as I. And all I know is if you feed this thing, whatever it is, it will consume you. Again, watch the Deciphering the Matrix. Don't believe in anything. Remember, I'm just showing you some coinky dinkies. And if the language of English was truly designed as a coded satanic and fallen angel language, then remember, this is the constellation, the Aquarian constellation, where all secrets to be revealed at this time. Wouldn't you want to know? that you speak a language that is deeply coded. And remember, who designed this language? They say the church did, right? Well, the church, they read everything in Latin, right? That's why they have to transcribe things from another language to another one. But who came up with the English language? Where did it originate from? Remember, England. Okay? And it is a universal language. And we all speak this language. The Babel language is because what we say is not what we mean. Etymology will tell you that. If you haven't seen Mark Passio's videos, you should watch his video. It's about 7 hours long, okay, on natural law. Another good video for you to be able to see. Remember, just put it into your head. Don't believe anybody. Don't even worry about the person even saying what they're saying. It's just the information. Take your mind and go ahead and open up another folder and just watch another perspective. Don't believe, but then again, don't fight your mind. Just because you believe it's so doesn't mean it's so. Just remember that. You think you know, but we know you don't. And how about none of us know the truth? All we know is what we've been told is not the truth. And of course, if you live in a prison, why would you tell the inmates anything? You'd only tell them what you want to know, right? Why? It's because they're easier to control. You wonder why they have to have wars all the time. Is because the only ones that'll fight in the wars are the ones that are the true warriors. And the true warriors, only if they found out that the system has been gripping their families for eons, they would revolt. But right now, you see, as you can see, they took care of most of the toxic masculinity, right? By chemical castration. And I go into that on the 10 biological attacks. Remember, do as you wish. It's everywhere. All you can do is navigate the chessboard. Part of your job here is to live a righteous life, to live as close to God as you can, to live as close to the miracle of life as you can. And the miracle of life can only be seen where there's water. You can see it sometimes in other places in the desert for 3 months when it rains. But after that, you lose the energy of the creator gods. Why? Because green is what makes me happy. Green is my heart chakra. Green is the green plane, which is 8 cycles per second. And when I lose my energy, okay, I go down into 6 cycles per second, 7 cycles, 8 cycles, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And if you've got all your chakras activated, that means that you're a person that, forget about not being, conscious, because we can't explain that, but that means that you have all of your sensory receptors opened somewhat. Each of the chakras, the energy centers, spin like wheels. They call them spinning wheels. That's what they say. Whatever they are, they're energy fields. And when you have all these energy fields put together, then you feel good. Yes, you do. And you can play in any one you want. You can go down to the bottom energy field and breed, right? You can go down to that one because that's for critical thinking, because you're scared. Okay? That's where the ego lives, at the bottom. It takes care of you down there. Down in here, this is intuition, and most of the people have none. And then through here, this is what tells you that maybe you're hungry, you should think about maybe drinking some water, something like that. And the heart means that energy means that, well, you're programmed to do good things. And you run by the credo of, I don't want to do anything to anybody else I wouldn't want done to myself, the golden rule. And when you get into these energies, now you have the guts, okay, to speak what you've learned in these other chakras. Remember, to speak your tune out into the world of form through the vibrations that you are. Let people hear what you have to say. It's because your voice chakra is activated, because you have something to say that others, it may help in their schism of the mind, okay? In their confusion of the mind, their perversion of the mind. Because remember, if you are living a perverted life, it's because you have a perverted mind. And you could be just living in a dirty house. That's a perverted mind. Is because why? It's because your house should not be dirty. That's your temple. Watch the video we did on creating a health sanctuary. It's my own personal sanctuary. And if you want to stay healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise in this world, you're going to have to upgrade, enhance, and optimize, because that's how it works. Okay? And remember, we're all experimenting. I'm not asking anybody to do anything, but we do have a lot of good stuff at Earther Academy. Okay? You know, again, I say these things over and over again, but if you're not doing the sauna protocols, if you're not cleaning your skin once a week with the solvents that we show you how to use to be able to scrape off all the mold on your skin, to make sure you don't get skin fungus, okay, to wipe out all the hair mites out of your system so you don't go bloody bald, okay? Eat enough collagen in your body, okay, so you could regrow back your skin and maybe your hair, because a lot of people are losing their hair, and that's for a lot of reasons, but most likely if you're vegan, that's because of that. If you're aging quicker, it may be because maybe you're around too much wireless and your telomeres don't like it because of the brrrr, okay, the constant pulse of pulse technology. Remember, we live in a sine wave. It's a beautiful in-breath and out-breath, smooth operator, okay? You can call the prince of the power of the air is against God's children, is because it's not the energy we use. It's a pulsed energy, da 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 da. Remember, your phone, 2.4 gigahertz is 2.4 billion. A gigahertz is a billion pulses per second. 2.4 billion per second, and do you think your cells know how to deal with that? Do you think the insects can find their way home? Do you think that messes up all things that basically rely on their sensors? Not their senses, their sensors, to be able to maybe get them home or to be able to navigate in this world. All I know is, like I said, there's lots of upgrades, enhancements, and optimizations that, you know, if you want to, you know, live a little longer and better, and it's not even so much living longer, it's just living more vital. Why would you want to go ahead and live 10 miserable years versus 5 good ones? Okay, think of it. And if you're living in suffering right now, you just did it to yourself. Learn from others that have you know, walked through this labyrinth, because it's deep. Maybe there's lots of different upgrades, okay? Simple ones that you can do. Is because the assaults are massive, especially if you're eating fast foods, especially if you're eating seed oils. You wonder why you have gut problems, you wonder why you have bloating, you wonder why you have acne, you wonder why you don't like yourself because you're overweight, obese, chubby, fat, whatever. You wonder why. It's easy to go ahead and tame that parasite you call body fat down. Yes, it is. Okay? There's lots of different things that, you know, you got to get this through people's heads. Okay? It's you did it to yourself. I say this all the time. So don't blame it on anybody else. Don't blame it on the masters that run this place. Okay? You ate the Cheerios with the glyphosate and the fortified iron, the iron shavings in it. Okay? Because why? Because maybe you're not respecting what life's about, is to question things that you're going to put into your body and really find out about what's going down before you put anything into this church, this God machine, run by the temples of the mind. And if your temples are out of sync, then how do you think as above is going to control so below? If you're overweight, you have body fat, if you have dysfunction because you can't even navigate as far as walk right, you're doing this all the time, why? It's because maybe you're not stretching enough. Maybe you're not on a diet that is non-inflammatory. And this is why I got on the diet of eating animal products and fruit only. And fruit when I just work out, that's it. And when I only work out, otherwise I don't eat it. It keeps me lean, okay? And I get all of the bioavailable nutrition from the fat, animal fat, and the animal protein, because I don't mix it with anything. Okay, so yeah, I'm sort of excited on my, you know, on my transformations. Is why? It's because I was bloody sick. And all of a sudden, this is like finding a secret to be able to re-nourish yourself by using other healthy biological animals to cross-link mitochondria and DNA and regenerative powers back into me. Because I got things I still want to do that's good. And there's no reason, guys. You're just volunteering to be able to suffer for yourself. And when you suffer in time, you may not even want to go ahead and be here. It's because you can only suffer somebody so much before they go bloody loco. And here's, before we shut off, because we're at 54 minutes here. Could it be possible that the highest energy forms of the food of the demonic realm is maybe when you suffer? No, that's the constant constant energy, I would say, that's being fed. Remember, everybody's suffering right now. Everybody's losing their arse. Everybody's in lockdown, sitting in your house like a little bad person. Everybody's in shame, wearing the shame muscle. Okay? You know, when you... I forgot what I was going to say. Because I'm ready to go ahead and sign off here. Yeah. Anyways, maybe it'll come back. We'll talk one more minute here. But, you know, the big idea, okay, is, you know, staying away from all things that pervert who you are. Chemicals, antibiotics, anti-life, remember, pharmaceuticals, okay? Take care of yourself. Remove the Satanistic creatures that we call parasites in the body, on the skin. Okay? Replenish your body with bioavailable foods and eat them correctly. And don't just eat them, but use your body wisely. Exercise so you can take some of that flesh and put it on your flesh. Okay? I see a lot of people fat, skinny. Okay? Sarcopenia. That means that you may have fat arms, but you have no muscle. You're losing your muscle masses because maybe you got way too little protein. Maybe you have protein, but you're not absorbing because you're eating all this potatoes and rice and all this other crap. You're drinking water and wine with your meals. Okay? Remember, watch our videos. So, I thought I was going to come back, but it doesn't matter. We'll talk on this further. But again, just to tie this up, if there is a demonic realm and it is no form, then do not feed the subconscious mind the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty. And most of it you're going to get is from the television. So if you can really cut down on your time, wasting your time, okay? Wasting your time, because this is what I was going to tell you. Is extraction of you slowly, okay, will lead to one of these things, okay? If you would look at, remember, the sin is another way to feed the demonic realm. And that is, there's 41 million abortions last year to kill your children that are inside you. Doesn't matter if they're outside you or inside you, they're still your children. That's a deep sin, and that stays within you. Okay? That energy is guilt, it's disgust, it's a lot of weird stuff that's hooked to that destruction of energy, your child. Okay? That's a big extraction that constantly extracts you and adds to the other extractions of the news and all the things. The second, okay, is to kill yourself. Remember, kill your children, kill yourselves with suicide. And the second most cause of children's death right now, under 24, is what? Suicide. Why? It's because you're making them suffer. It leads to these things. Kill your children, kill yourselves, okay? Or ourselves, because if you get into that realm like this, the beautiful world doesn't really make sense to you anymore, because there's something there that wants you to extinguish yourself, maybe that maximum amount of energy. You know what it takes to be able to do that to yourself? Forget about what you do to yourself because you don't like yourself because you're overweight. That's another form of this suffering. But to be able to take yourself out of the game, okay, is number 2. And number 3, what do you think it is? And that's what they're trying to get right now, trying to get us to fight with each other, right? Verbally, and lead maybe to physical. Remember, fighting over each other's perspectives, over their religions, over their politics, over their masters that tell them these things. Whatever it is, guys, don't buy into it. And you know, if you don't have abortions, guess what? Well, then you shouldn't be doing what you're doing anyways, unless you're looking to have a child. You don't take a chance doing that. You just don't. Remember, it's sinning. And what are you going to do? If one drop will do you, right? Dippity-doo, one drop will do you. What are you going to do? Murder your child? What are you going to do when you feel depressed and everything else? Well, maybe you're going to disconnect from all of the things that maybe make you depressed. Like maybe you're going to start eating some flesh again, because if you're vegan, most likely you're depressed, like a lot of people, a lot of very mean people I see, okay, on YouTube. A lot of psychopathic people here, okay, all because they're malnourishing themselves. I know what happens when people go ahead and just fast for 5 and 7 days. They become loco, man. At least 1 or 2 out of a group will go ahead and try to ruin it for everybody else. It's because all their demons are coming out. They're not feeding this realm. They're not watching porno because they can't. They're not watching horror films because they can't. Okay, so all this addiction and everything else, remember, you're going to feel the withdrawal. And when you do, yeah, it's just what it is. Exercise. Try to work yourself through it, but don't go back to it. Once you clean this connection, you disconnect this connection of this world, then you will feel more free. You will feel like you are more yourself, and you don't even know what yourself is. It's because most likely you've been watching horror films all your life from Hollywood. You've been watching all of this drama stuff. Remember, the television is a program, and it programs the subconscious mind. So be thoughtful of that. And if you don't believe so, guys, there's lots of patents. There's lots of things, okay, to be able to learn. And all you can do is, you can't change a thing. All you can do is navigate. Try to stay out of its way, because they're going to do what they're going to do no matter what. Okay? And the lowest IQ people follow a lot of things. And the higher IQ people, well, they ask more questions. That's all. When things don't make sense and you see nonsense, then you have to ask questions about that. That's all you got to do. But if you have low IQ, that means that you're not going to ask questions, is because there's not a question for you to ask in your mind. Okay, I believe. Okay, they got a white jacket, they got a red tie or a blue tie or whatever it is from a big organization. And those that believe, remember, are those that you can say are lower IQ. If it makes sense, then fine. But if it doesn't make sense, your mind doesn't even know how to even question that sense. Okay, that's enough. We'll see you guys, because we're way over our time. Aloha. Just started to rain anyways. Okay, here we go. Yo, baby, yo. And you can see the cows way over there. They're just eating in the field over there. Are they suffering? Not a bit. And when their time comes, their time comes. They're living the life. They're not in a confined area. They eat grass all bloody day. They lay, sleep, okay, have fresh water, and they get moved every day from one pasture to another so they can chew on the grass, poop on the grass, and let the grass grow so they can come around again and do it again. And after about 2 years, they turn into, a male turns into 1,700 pounds. That's a magical thing. They're called a beast for a reason, right? Some of them are gentle and some of them are not. Just like people. Okay, that's enough. Aloha. We'll see you guys.